Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The OPCW informed the Syrian government that the missions team, the fact-finding mission, will consist of two groups. These two groups will arrive separately to Syria on Thursday, today, as well as tomorrow on Friday. The OPCW sent 4 passports to the Syrian embassy in Brussels. The visas were granted immediately. So the Syrian government has granted immediately 4 visas to 4 persons of the team. The Syrian government inquired about the passports of the second group, and the answer was that they are not yet ready, meaning that they are en cours. The Syrian government is ready to grant the visas for the second team the moment it receives the passports, and to make the process swift and easy for the team. The Syrian government informed the OPCW that the visas could be granted at the crossing border with Lebanon, meaning that we are even ready to grant the visas at the border with Lebanon as soon as the team will arrive there, in case there is any delay or reasons that might any reason that might delay their getting the visa from Brussels, from our embassy in Brussels. Any delay or disruption in the visit, will be a result of the political pressure exercised on the OPCW team, on the OPCW from a very well-known states, as the Syrian government expressed its readiness to facilitate this visit in all its aspects. We will facilitate the arrival of the team to anywhere they want in Douma to check whether or not there was use of chemical substances. منظمة حظر الأسلحة الكيميائية أبلغت الحكومة السورية بأنها سترسل فريقا مؤلفا من دفعتين. فريق سيصل يوم الخميس وفريق سيصل غدا الجمعة. السفارة السورية منحت 4 فيز ل4 أشخاص في سفارتنا في بروكسل. سألنا عن بقية جوازات السفر فقالوا لنا أنها غير جاهزة بعد، جوازات سفر الفريق الثاني الذي يفترض أن يصل غدا الجمعة. على كل حال نحن جاهزين كحكومة أنه حتى نمنح الفيز لهذه الجوازات للأشخاص المتبقين على حدودنا مع لبنان فور وصول الفريق إلى الحدود اللبنانية السورية. أي تأخر أو تشويش على هذه الزيارة سيكون نتيجة للضغط السياسي من الدول إياها، الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية وفرنسا وبريطانيا ومن يدور في فلكها، على منظمة حظر الأسلحة لمنع إتمام هذه الزيارة. الحكومة السورية ستسهل وصول الفريق إلى أي نقطة يريدها أعضاؤه في بلدة دوما. Please.
One is the UK, it's reported as having something called a war cabinet, that Theresa May has convened her ministers to discuss possible military action. Is that your understanding, and what do you think of it? And the second one is a question where the US has called it an outrage. I wanted to get your response, that Syria would become the president of the Conference on Disarmament on May 28th. They've said down in Washington, Robert Wood, the disarmament guy, that I wanted to get your comment on how the UN system works and becoming president of the Conference on Disarmament.
Let me start with the second question. It's not up to the United States or to Britain or to France to determine who should be or who shouldn't be president of the Conference on Disarmament. We will preside over the Conference of Disarmament when our turn will arrive. So this is out of question for us not to preside over this very important body of the United Nations. As for the British policy, you know, Britain is an integral part of the problem, not a part of the solution. And Britain has pushed the American elephant during all history to go forward towards these bellicose adventures, failed bellicose adventures. So we don't pay that much attention to what the British government would say, because we know that Britain is pushing towards the escalation and pushing towards further complicating the international environment, which runs against the peace and stability in the world and against Britain's mission in the Security Council to maintain with others peace and security in the world.
Ambassador, tell me, did the Syrian government use chemical weapons on civilians?
I hope you are not naive to pose such a question after all what you have heard from all parts. We denied maybe 1,001 time, similar to 1,001 nights, the Arabian Nights. We denied 1,001 time using any chemical substances against our own people. And we provided all the necessary and required justifications for saying that. So it's time to digest and metabolize what we are saying.
Do you have any versions on who might have used them on civilians?
We said it many times. Of course, the terrorists have acquired chemical substances from Libya a long time ago, from the Libyan stock. But this operation was facilitated by the Turkish intelligence, the Saudi intelligence, and the American and French intelligence services. They smuggled these chemicals from Libya to Istanbul on board of civilian airlines. And the guy who was in charge of transporting these substances was a guy named Haytham Al-Qassar.
Just to clarify your introductory remarks, so the first group of the investigators, they got the visas?
Yes,
And
four persons.
Four.
Yes.
So it's going to be two groups of 4 people?
We don't know yet how many persons they will add to the first team, but we know that there will be 2 teams. I mean a team composed out of 2 groups.
The arrival is scheduled for today and tomorrow.
The first team, I guess, has already arrived to Lebanon right now.
They're going to be in Syria today. And they're going to be in Syria today. You said
definitely,
Thursday.
yes.
And when are they? Do you have any idea when are they going to start working?
We
on the
don't
ground
know.
in
It's
Lebanon?
up to them. We are ready to escort them to where they want, wherever they want, anytime they want.
Are they in
سعد
Beirut
سفير.
at the moment?
The first team in Beirut.
Thank you.
The first team.
Thank you.
سعد سفير هل هناك من جثث سينظرون فيها أو يشرحونها للاكتشاف إذا كان هناك مواد كيميائية استخدمت؟
There are terms of references agreed upon with the Syrian government as well, between the OPCW and the Syrian government. These terms of reference have always been applied to such cases. I don't know the details, but there are already an agreed terms of reference for this kind of mission. Thank you so much.